Thing I got to do is take the turbo off, all the exhaust under here, which all goes under there. Each joint of these has got a little seal, and I'm pretty sure that's where I'm losing boost, so I'm going to get some more of that. Yeah, so that's the up pipe and turbo off. So the turbo just sits on this up pipe, and you can see right here where all the soot's been setting out the side. Fucking fingers. That's where my boost has been going. I mean, it has been building 12 psi, but it would take a little while to get up there. I reckon that could probably be it. So I wanted to use these pipes, but that's just going to be a fucking headache. So forget that. I've gone and put the gaskets in there. This one I had to do a bit differently because you can see the spacing is a bit too far apart. So I've used a smaller one, and I've rotation the gasket a little bit that way, and then clampy, so the diameter is still the same, but rotation that way, so that I can still put the bolts through, and clampy, and yeah. So I've changed the seal on this one as well, and put the clutch back on. I just use my fingers because I don't have a clutch alignment tool. I'm also going to keep the throw-up bearing on there because I find it's a lot easier to get the hook in there, or the fork in there, while it's in the car, rather than having it on there and then trying to force it to click, and sometimes it doesn't click, so, or click into place. I just basically leave it on there, and I just fish the fork in there with a light. It's a lot easier, I reckon. Also helps to mate the engine too. This time I took the dog bone out, and I've attached it to the strap to lift it up so I can... Yeah, so this is the part where it's just about mated, and then I put the fork into where it's got to go, and it just rests there as I do the clampy. When it gets a bit closer, what I like to do is then chuck the pin in, and then use the fork to help pull the engine onto the transmission. Yeah, engine's in and mated up. Should all be downhill from here. Yeah, not much to go now. Pretty much the radiator and the intercooler, and should be able to crank it. Okay, so that's everything put back together now, and it's got some new oil in there, some water. So I've disconnected the starter motor signal wire, and then I've plugged in this wire, and then I'm going to prime it so that the oil can flow through but not get under pressure of explosions. The car is off, but the starter's going to start. So that should hopefully give it enough oil pressure with the rotation. Next is to start it up, mate. Okay, here we go. We're gonna give it a start. We hope it doesn't explode. First time start. Oh, I've got to put the clutch in. Clutch. It's knocking. No, it's actually the power steering pump. So the power steering pump's got a prime. Oh god. Well, that's good, I think. Yeah, I'll do the running in a little bit more off camera. Well, the power steering's pretty much mint. Runs pretty alright, but I've got a check engine light, so I'm going to have to work out what the hell that is. I think it might be the O2 sensor. What the hell's that code?